Okay.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Owner's Box. I'm Billy Koch, founder and managing partner of the Little Red Feather Racing Club. Joining me alongside, as always, the great Michelle Yu. Hey, this is cool. I forgot to reverse my camera, so you can actually read my hat's normal.
Do you normally reverse your camera?
I think so. Something weird's happening. But we have a very special guest today, and we're going to bring him on right away. His name is Joel Funk. He is the CEO and co-founder of Morning Line Club. Joel, get in here and tell us about this new product.
Wow. I'll let you know in the middle.
Wow, that was great.
Hey. Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, guys. What's going on?
Where are we talking to you from?
Argentina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna go, please bring me back a nice polo pony.
I'm going to a polo match this weekend, so we'll see. Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't think I'm buying a polo pony, but maybe some kind of souvenir.
That's awesome. All right, listen. You and I met, I think, at Keeneland, I don't know, 6 months ago, a year ago, whenever that was, and you pitched me the Morning Line Club. I found it very interesting. Didn't quite completely understand it, but that's why you're here today. This is a very exciting new addition to the horse racing world, and we want to hear all about it. Treat Michelle and I like we are first grade students. I think that might be the best way to kind of do it, and tell us how this, first of all, tell us what it is, and then we'll talk about the origins.
Yeah, perfect. So it is a horse racing club for racehorse investors. And it's a different way of looking at, your traditional syndicates, Billy. An opportunity for more people to get into the game, lower the barriers to entry. As we all know, it's, kind of expensive to buy a horse these days. And also a way we've gamified it in a way too that people are able to manage their own portfolio and kind of control their own destiny within our club and get opportunities on the track and all kinds of really cool experiences that racing has to offer. So in a nutshell, that's kind of what Morning Line Club is all about.
So when you say you could manage your own portfolio, is that kind of like, in my portfolio, I have, 6 horses and I can trade like one of my shares to Billy if that's what I want to do?
Yeah. So let me walk you through exactly. You're coming on the platform, right? You go to morninglineclub.com, you hit get your entry fee. So for as low as $1,000, you get your entry fee. There are 5,000 entry fees available in the first club at $1,000 a piece.
Wait, okay, stop. They're right? $1,000 a piece. Let's stop. So I have $1,000. I want to join Morning Line Club. I go onto the website. I say, here's my $1,000. Now where am I?
Now you're going to go through our onboarding portal, which is, so this is only for Reg D 506C accredited investors. Okay.
Got it. Yep.
So you have to be an accredited investor. You go through our onboarding portal. It's all biometrics. So just like Apple or Android, right? You hold up your phone and you get your face scanned. You give us your passport or your driver's license ID, and it reads all of that. Our background checks are KYC, AML, PEP sanctions. It's automatic, right?
Wow.
This is serious.
Oh, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
So, and you're buying securities, right? Because as we all know, you own a piece of a racehorse, and you're expecting a return on your investment. It's a security. So.
Sure. Okay, let's do it step by step, because actually this is good. So it's $1,000. I'm in the portal now. And now what am I doing? Am I looking at what horses are available that I want to buy?
Not quite yet. So what happens is your entry fee, your $1,000 is your gateway into the club, right?
Got you. It's like my
initiation fee.
Yeah. Your initiation fee. Yeah. But it's a one-time fee. There are no capital calls. And I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So what happens then is we raise the full $5 million, right? We get it funded. Okay. We go out. We've already identified. So you guys probably know Tom Taft. He's our COO. Tom is, consultant for Goffs, 50 years in the business, jockey, trainer, champion, you name it. He knows everybody in the industry. Anyway, we've already identified a number of horses that we are buying into, and both yearlings and horses that are on the track. Okay. So what we do then is we go and fill the portfolio of this club with up to 50 horses, right? Now we're not buying 100% of a horse, because the whole thing is, let's diversify your investment. Let's buy 10, 20, 30, 40% stakes in this horse and this horse. The
Okay.
idea is to get as much action and as much fun for as little, little upfront investment as possible.
Okay.
So let's say now we filled the fund, we go out and we purchase those horses.
Wait, stop. We filled the fund. So in order to actually make this go live, you have to raise the $5 million, or what if you only get to 3 million?
Yeah. So actually there's a cap of $1 million. We can start buying at $1 million.
Okay.
Yep. Ideally, I'd love to raise the full 5, but if we only do $1 million, that's fine. We'll start it, right?
Right.
I mean, we've already started raising. So anyway. So now we have the horses, right? You, as the holder of the entry fee, you get to receive. What we've done is we fractionalized each horse into 10,000 racing shares and 10,000 breeding shares each horse. Okay. So as a entry fee holder, at a minimum, you're going to get 2 racing shares and 2 breeding shares in every horse in the portfolio.
Automatically?
Automatically.
So I don't get to pick which horses I want to go in yet.
No, and Billy, there's a reason for that. So there's something called a loot box issue.
Okay.
Where if you give me your $1,000 and someone else gives me $1,000 and they get different horses that you got and those horses perform better, it's a loot box issue. It's a lottery, which is illegal.
Okay.
So the reason why we did it as a mutual fund, it's really a mutual fund, right? You're investing in the portfolio. Now, once you get your shares, though, you have the ability in our secondary marketplace, which is registered by the SEC. It's an approved ATS, alternative trading system. Okay. You can go on that secondary marketplace and you can trade with all the other community members on the platform your shares. If you don't like one horse, no problem. Get out, right?
Well, look, if I don't want to do any breeding, I can trade my breeding away for someone else's racing share.
Exactly. You get to basically invest in the career of the horse rather than just bet in the 2-minute race, right? Mm-hmm. And the value of those shares, it goes up and down based on the performance of the horse on the track.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, Joel Funk joining us, the CEO, co-founder of Morning Line Club. That gives a good overview, and I think I'm starting to now, I get it. How much am I allowed to ask this? How much have you raised so far, or is it open to the public right now?
Yeah, we're currently open right now. We're currently taking enrollment.
Okay.
So you like to get your entry fee, and people are going through. So we've got 50 to 100 people already signed up, going through the KYC accreditation process, getting approved, right? And then they will be able to fund via a wire. Now, here's the thing, right? You're buying an investment. You are investing. Okay. So what we are trying to do, and this is really, I think, going to take the platform to another level, is we're in talks with some credit card processors. And now you're going to be able to use your credit card to invest in Morning Line Club. Now, that's a game changer, right? Because for $1,000, everyone's going to put on the credit card, right? So now it's a slower process just because of the onboarding procedures we have in place. But look, it's okay because this is a properly regulated security investment, and it's got to be done properly. And that's my background, right? I'm a corporate M&A attorney. This is my bread and butter. I wasn't going to do it any other way. I didn't want to get held up by the SEC like some of the other organizations out there for fractionalizing horses and things like that. So this way, the way we're doing it, we have no limitations whatsoever.
Michelle.
So then what about the training? So what happens about training? Who pays for training? How does that get incorporated? I think you mentioned there's not going to be a cash call.
Yep. Perfect. So what happens is let's say it's the full 5 million we raised, right? Mm-hmm. We take 80% of that money. So 60% goes to actually purchasing the horses. So $3 million to purchase shares of 50 different horses. Okay. Right. 20% is set aside. We don't touch it for taking care of the horses on an ongoing basis. And then 20% to the company to run the company. Okay. So operations. Okay. Then what happens is every time one of the horses runs, right? So if you got 50 horses and let's say they're running 5, 6, 7 times a year each, right? You're getting to participate in, call it 250 to 350 races a year by being part of Morning Line Club. Every time one of those horses runs, we share 80% of the purse money. Anything we win on track, we share with the owners of the racing shares. We keep 20%. In addition to that, on the breeding side, it's a 50-50 split. I don't care if it's a broodmare or a stallion. Any breeding fees that we get, it's a 50-50 split with the owners of the breeding shares. In addition to that, all those trades that are happening on the ATS, we have an underlining broker dealer. So we're taking a transaction fee. So we're also, being able to take care of the horses with our transaction fees as well. So really, guys, if you're familiar with Robinhood, right? We are Robinhood, but for trading shares of horses with a real life entertainment aspect to it. Because what I didn't share with you is there's a gamification element to this. So every dollar earned, every dollar spent on the platform, you're earning points with us. And there's a whole leaderboard. And you want to rise the rankings of the board to compete against your friends. But more than that, we've got status levels. We got bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. And as you unlock the rewards, you get more experiences on the track. Now, we're doing this specifically because we don't want 150 people showing up in the winner's circle with us, right?
Yeah.
We want to make it very exclusive. We want to have people earn their way there for either spending money with us or managing their portfolio and bringing a return on investment.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a very good point. So like, I want to go back, and I'm just trying to keep this simple, because I see Michelle and I, and like, so you have people signing up on the website right now. Do you have horses that are in the system that you've already purchased, or will you wait until you fund and then go get the horses?
Yep. So we actually have one horse already. Her name is Love Tempo. She ran at Saratoga beginning of August. She actually lost by a nose to Mayday Ready, which won the $1 million turf at what was it? Kentucky Downs.
Yep.
And then she just came back and won
the Jessamine.
The Jessamine, and she's going to the Breeders' Cup. So her form's great. Brendan Walsh trains. She's back at the farm right now. We're gonna get her ready for a great 3- and 4-year-old campaign. We wanted to purchase a horse to show people that it's real, right? Get an idea that this is real. We do have a horse, but now we're waiting, and now we are raising the capital, taking in those entry fees, and we're going to continue with the model and buy the horses as the money comes in.
How much did you own of Love Tempo?
10%.
Okay.
Yep.
So if this thing was fully funded the way you wanted to be funded, and you owned, and so you try to get your 5 million, that's what, 5,000 people?
If each person bought a $1,000 entry, it's 5,000. Now, Billy, I have to say that we already have people that have committed, 25,000. Right?
I totally get it.
They don't want to buy a $1,000 entry. These are angel investors. They're like, I'll put in 25, and then if it goes well, I'll put in 150 next time, right? So there is a cap though, because we did not want a monopoly. So we didn't want someone coming in and controlling all the shares. We want the trading. We want the flexibility there, the liquidity. So we put a cap, and you can only buy up to 10% of the fund. So $500,000 worth.
Now, if all this goes well, how often are you anticipating doing like an entry fee with its own portfolio?
Yeah, so that's what's really so sweet about this, is it's scalable, right? So if we fill up fund 1, and we've got a waiting list for fund 2, we'll go right into it. I mean, there's no reason why we need to wait. And the beautiful thing about this is, just because you got into fund 1 and you got those shares and those horses, right? And then someone else went into fund 2, all of those horses will be trading on the ATS, on the secondary market. Every single horse in the Morning Line Club portfolio.
Right. If you were in fund 1, but you like a horse in fund 2, you could somehow trade or do something with someone from that.
Yep.
That's cool.
What happens? I don't know why I'm devil's advocate today. I'm very behind.
I love it, Billy. No, bring it. Come on.
Questions that I think other people will have. So let's say, for example, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Let's say you fund the 5 million, and let's say there's 2,000 people in there. Let's just use that as a number. But you only get 5 horses. Like what happens? Like, are you guaranteeing these people that you use the word 50 horses? Like, but as someone who tries to acquire horses all the time, it's not that easy. It's not easy finding the right people that are going to allow you to get 10%. So how are you guaranteeing, like, what if you end up with, okay, we only had 5 horses and we got 10% of those 5 horses. Sorry, guys. Like, what?
Great point, Billy. So what we say on the website is up to 50. If you talk to Tom, the number really is between 40 and 50. That's kind of where we're going to end up. And if you run the numbers right at a $5 million fund, which is $3 million towards the purchase of horses, that's about $60,000 per our stake in each horse, right? Now there's going to be some that we have, bigger stakes and we spend $100,000, $120,000 and so on and so forth. Now that's all on Tom, and Tom is very confident with his relationships and the people he knows. And, we've talked to the big outfits already who are happy to partner with us and they're excited about it. We absolutely will do our best to get more horses than less. I don't want to start a fund with 5 horses. I don't, or 10.
I get that. So that was my thing.
If that's, we're gonna make that happen. And if that's really Tom's bailiwick. And I will tell you this, we've kind of have an idea already on the horses that we're getting, because we were at Keeneland, right? We were at the sale that just happened, and we've already identified 5 or 10 yearlings that we'll buy into, and we already know what they sold for, and we kind of already have that earmarked with those owners and say, hey, well, and we're not looking to pay any more than what the purchase price was or get a deal on it. So we kind of have that earmarked. And then the majority of the horses in Fund 1, because we do have to prove the concept, will be horses that are already on the track that are running. Like, we want instant action, right? We want people to have immediate fun. And the best way to educate people, guys, is to start putting money in their wallets, right? So, I mean, that's truly how we're approaching this.
It's an interesting concept. I think any new concept in horse racing is a good one. Joel, what type of people are you targeting for this? Is this gamblers? Is this owners? Is this my racehorse owners? Is this people who would normally do a share of Little Red Feather? Is it everybody? What in your mind, like, who is this best for?
Yeah. So, obviously the way we set it up, 506 Reg D, accredited investors, right? So that's a certain financial status that you have to hold, right? 200,000 or 300,000 if you're married in income, or $1 million net worth. That's one criteria, right? Yep. And then, Billy, I believe that there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of money that don't necessarily want to buy a $400,000 or $300,000 yearling, but they would love to put $20,000, $30,000 into Morning Line Club and buy a portfolio, right? And get a basket of stocks or a basket of horses and participate in all of those, and then have the freedom and the flexibility as an investor to really manage that portfolio and say, oh, I love this horse or I don't love this horse, and kind of get it in and out. So I do think that there's a number of buyer personas out there that we're targeting. So, again, credit investors, but like the accredited gambler, we'll call them, right? Mm-hmm. Who has a lot of money, but they're just betting. But why not? If you can put all that money into a bet, we all know that you are limited to the odds, right? And if that horse goes off at even money, you got to put a lot of money out to make that even money back, right? Sure. But with Morning Line Club, it's not even money. You're getting part of that purse,
right?
And so, and as we all know, the goal here, or for horse racing, for most people anyway, from an investment standpoint, is the breeding side. You want to get to that, and we all know it's very difficult. Don't get me wrong, but this game is a game of chance, and it's a game of opportunity. So if I got 40 to 50 opportunities in the first fund, I got a heck of a lot better chance, I think, than buying 1 or 2 yearlings.
Right. But how are we going to guarantee that, like, the horses that you're buying into are going to stay here for breeding, or what I mean? Like, what happens if you buy into Idiomatic and then Japan buys her and she heads to Japan?
Yeah, so obviously there's no guarantee on the breeding side, right? And that's why we have the racing and the breeding shares to kind of separate the two, so it's not all, you're not all in or you're all out, right?
But let me stop you there, Joel, because Michelle has a great point. So you buy 10% of Love Tango, right? Love Tempo. Sorry, can't read my own writing. Love Tempo. I'm in the club. I bought a breeding share of this filly, right? That's what we
Yeah.
do. We buy one of the shares, but
You-
we only
you-
own
yeah,
10%.
you'll get it as an entry fee, as part of the
Yeah.
entry fee. You'll receive that. Yeah.
Right. So I received that, and she's, for example, let's just say I don't even know who owns Love, the other 90% of Love Tempo.
There's 3 other owners. So Magic Cap Stables. We've got Carl Keegan. He's on the ownership as well. Yeah.
So is there a deal in place that this filly is automatically going to be sold at the end of her career? Because I don't understand how that breeding of her would ever pay off.
So like with Love Temple, for example, right? When we enter into our contract and we own 10% of her, we own 10% of everything that comes with, her entire career. So
When
if
she's
she-
sold as a broodmare, that's
get
where I get
10%.
paid.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Very
Yep.
good. Very good.
Yep. So that
What if-
breeding share, like that's more of the second career, or if she's sold and yeah, exactly.
So
Okay.
then does that mean if you guys just say up, you everyone kept her and you bred her and you have the baby, is the
They get a
baby
piece of the
now
baby
a part
too.
of the portfolio?
Yes.
And
10%. Yep.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, listen, man, what questions have we not asked that you want the public to know about Morning Lion Club?
So this is a really also neat feature of the platform. And, Billy, I think you'd be interested in this. So, there's a number of owners that we've talked to that would love to take some money off the table because either they're too invested in a horse and, they'd love to diversify their own portfolio, right? So what we've talked to them about, and we can do this with our club as well. So it's not just horses we own, but it's other third-party owners can put their horse on our platform as well, take a piece off the table, right? Liquidate. They get all of that. And then what's really cool is because through a licensing agreement, right? The technical legal term or the legal document, through a licensing agreement, we're going to be able to share that other revenue that we're generating on the trades with that third-party owner. So Billy, rather than just relying on purses, I just gave you another source of revenue off your horse based on, the fluctuations and the up and down of how it performs on the track. Because what we want,
it's almost like a little IPO for a horse.
Yeah. See, what we want, Billy, is we want horses hitting the board. We don't necessarily need them to win all the time. We need them to hit the board so that there's that anticipation, or that there's the analysis factor that's going into like, hey, next time out, this horse could win. And, when it does win, this is what your share of the purse is. And so you can hedge against that, and you can kind of determine, okay, someone's willing to give me X for the share right now, but if this horse wins, I'm going to collect this, right? So I can get out now, or I can stay on for the ride.
Gotcha. Yeah.
At BTS, it locks at the time they go into the gate. And if you're the owner of the horse when it crosses the finish line, you get paid out.
oh, okay.
Pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. All
When
right.
do you want to? I mean, I guess technically you're in like a soft launch, right? So when's
Right.
like the hard launch? We're getting everyone.
So
in
the secondary market is already built out.
Okay.
And it's so cool. If I could show you, I would. Each horse, just think about this as a stock market, right? Each horse, as you're in the background, or you're in the marketplace, each horse has its own asset page. Okay.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is there's an overview. It says the name of the horse, the trainer, kind of where it's running, our ownership. Then it goes on to show the whole pedigree. So it's an interactive pedigree too. So you can see what dad did, what mom did, what grandma and grandpa did, whatever, because you got to analyze the investment factor of, could this horse become something later on, right? Then you got all of the form, right? So all the last performance, the past performances, statistics for the entire year. You've got training reports. So, certain trainers will give us videos. We'll upload those onto the platform. We've got discussion boards. We've got news and analysis. So, for example, Love Tempo, the article we posted with her was Mayday Ready wins the Jessamine Stakes, right? So to kind of give people an idea of what her form is. And there's a good deal of education that's part of this. So we're putting all that together. But each horse will have its own ticker symbol, okay? And 2 order books, racing shares and breeding shares. And it's a stock market. And it's like Robinhood. You trade those shares.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. All right, my man. Well, listen, I know I speak for Michelle when I say we're wishing you the absolute best. We would maybe we could do another show where we could actually like walk through the website once you have it done, so we could actually show people, because this is obviously video. We could show people, because I think one of the issues, at least that I have, and I don't want to speak for Michelle, I'm just so like old school, and I'm not that technologically advanced to like a lot of the stuff. I just don't, even when you showed me in person, like all the stuff was really cool. And you're obviously a very, very smart guy, and you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't think it was going to be successful. So you have to respect that. But then there's dinosaurs like me who've been in this game way too long, and basically all your entire hair is white. And it is a little, there is a barrier of entry. So that's why I kind of wanted to take that direction and try to simplify so that we could really get this out there and get the message out there.
And Billy, I'm so glad you brought that up, because we understand that this industry as a whole, it's very old school, right? Like they don't embrace change well, right? And this is exactly why I'm in Argentina, though. So this is all on the blockchain, which is really neat, right? And it's a replacement, or it's a better technology than like Amazon AWS or Google Cloud, for example. Okay, so I'm actually in Argentina, like I said earlier, for the Avalanche Summit. So Avalanche is one of, probably top 10 blockchains in the world. They have $11 billion market cap. Okay,
just slightly more than me and Michelle have.
It's insane, right? And
very small, very slight.
Yeah, I mean, blockchain has taken the world by storm, and so they invested in us in the C Corp, right? Not buying shares of horses, but they invested in us because what they see is this is a real world application of blockchain. And what's so cool is like no one's going to know you're even on blockchain because you're on our app and you're just trading. But all those trades and all those transactions are happening on chain. So there's security, there's transparency. It's very affordable, But it's all these ideas of really bringing like technology into a very traditional game. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring in a whole new generation of fans too, like the Web3 crowd, right? Which could be really cool.
It's all very cool, man. I wish you the absolute best. I know we really appreciate taking up time today, and I know you're far away, and I know you have a lot of stuff to do. So go do it. We will get you on again, or maybe we'll have someone. Maybe Michelle and I could do some type of demonstration where we could like go on and pretend we're getting our thing, or you could donate $1,000 to Michelle, because I think she would probably. That's why she's
into this.
Well, that's why she's smiling. If
I've
she
got
gets
my racehorses, like this is right
so
up my
excited.
alley. I'm gonna do my next thing here.
Right.
No, I mean we get you guys entry fees. We get onboarding right on the podcast. You can see how easy it is.
That'd be rad.
I love it.
All right, Joel.
Joel, thank you so much. Enjoy the polo match. I'm really jealous. I haven't been to Argentina, but I played polo for years, so I'm
sounds
very,
good.
very jealous. Right
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Joel.
That is Joel Funk, the CEO and co-founder of Morning Line Club.
Well, I love the way he explained that.
Yeah, it was good. It was.
You did a great job leading him to what he needed to tell us.
Well, and the reason was, Michelle, and to give them credit, I had met with them before, and I honestly, like when they were talking to me, my eyes were just like glazed. Like I was like, guys, I just don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what blockchain is. Like, I'm sorry, like that's not my forte. But like as he's now, I think he's realizing as he goes forward that he needs to, like I keep using the word simplify, but just kind of explain to the industry what it is, because once you kind of get that explanation, it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of younger people that are into this, and it's much more, I would say, technically advanced than say like a My Racehorse, where you buy your share and that's it. You buy it for $100. This has a lot more meat on the bone, so to speak. I'm not trying to downgrade My Racehorse, because I think they're good for the industry and bringing a lot of people involved. I think this is a whole new ball game. I feel like I just watched Interstellar or something, which one of my favorite movies that I love, that I don't really fully understand it, but I know I enjoyed it. And that was like,
wait, you don't understand it, but you love it?
Yeah. Do you have anything like that? Like, seriously, like, have you ever seen Interstellar?
No. You know what? I felt that way though. Was kind of like Inception.
Made by the same guy. It's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Right. So like
Yeah.
you love Inception, you really enjoy watching it. You're not 100% sure really what's happening. Is it a dream within a dream?
Yeah.
That's the
Even
same
the
thing with,
Matrix is kind of that way, right?
right.
Because you're
You're
like
just
in the
not
Matrix, but you're
really,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go online after, and I usually read for like 7 hours about the movie after I see it. Like, okay, wait, what was this happening? And then I have to watch it again, and then I'm like, so stupid. Anyway, thanks to Joel Funk for coming on today, and I guess check out Morning Line Club. Michelle, what else are we talking about today? We got our guest first. We have
I
three
know we
things
did our
to go.
guest first, so I think just
Kinda quiet.
real quick, Billy,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
our quick things of note. You'll
Yeah.
love this.
Okay.
Next is Breeders' Cup Bound in
Which
either
race?
the Classic or the Turf. They haven't said yet.
Which race would you run in?
Classic.
I think I would too.
I would run the Classic because honestly, we have no like standout stars this year.
I would too.
Hair is out of
I
control.
just don't want him. I just wouldn't want to switch surfaces.
Well, didn't he start on the grass and then
He
move?
did, but he's been
Yeah.
really good on the dirt. And I just
Yeah.
think you go on the grass against all those Euros, at least on the dirt, you kind of know what you're getting into. That would be my call. I would just run in the Classic. So
Yeah,
would go
I
after
agree.
this.
So I would run in the Classic for sure with
Okay.
him.
That's
But
big
I know
news.
you'll be really excited that he is going to run in the Breeders' Cup because
We told him to do that, and we're announcing it here live on the owner's box that will play tomorrow.
live.
Dude,
Do,
I
do,
gotta
do,
show you something.
do.
Yeah, for those of you who are on the video, I'm in my son's room right now, and I have
Look,
4.
oh my gosh.
Now I have that and him down. That's Riggins. He didn't want to go on the bed, and so if you hear snoring in the background, that's what's happening.
That's awesome.
in
Okay,
this
what's the black dog's name?
That's Banks.
And that's Peyton's dog too?
Peyton has Banks and Bowser. Yes,
Oh
and
my
we have
gosh.
Riggins and Lila, the 2 bulldogs. Yeah. So Peyton is in New York right now with Cooper, who is on this like mega. He is
the biggest, literally the biggest star right now. That's just our 3 things to note. It's all going to be about Billy's son.
No, he did yesterday. Well, this is not going to air till tomorrow, Friday, so you're going to miss it. But he was on. Drew Barrymore is coming up in a couple hours. So if you're at home, watch CBS.
Do you sit and watch him on all these?
We try to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't have the like recording thing, and I know I could probably go online later and find the interviews and stuff, but it's fun to watch it live.
What do Peyton and Walker think?
Oh, they're having a blast. Well, Peyton's with him. He's on Drew Barrymore today. So
Oh, he's going to be with him like on the show?
He's been in New York for a week.
Oh, that's crazy.
Listen, it's their brother. I mean, they're very close and they're very happy. They're very proud. And, I'm the only one who says, okay, what's next? Let's do another movie. I'm just kidding. I'm smiling as I say that, people. Smiling as I say that. We're very proud. All right.
He's got like Saltburn fame right now.
We have the Breeders' Cup coming up in literally, is it 2 weeks from tomorrow?
No, it's like 3 weeks, right? Let's see.
Are you sure?
Tomorrow's the 15, 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from tomorrow. Oh my God. I can't believe
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And we're going to do our Breeders' Cup draft. I talked to Gabby Gaudette. She's in.
Are we going to have Mike Joyce?
Yeah. Can we do 5?
I think we should have Mike Joyce on because honestly, Mike Joyce was a very popular guest on our show. Like people stop me to be like, I loved that show.
See
with
if
Mike.
we can get Joyce to do it. We'll have Gabby and
Joyce will be
Joyce and Jay Privman and me and you. I don't know if we can put 5. I'm sure we can, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Well, last year, do you remember? We only did Saturday's races though, because the year before was too long.
The time it just took forever.
Yeah. I think what we do is.
What if we do Saturday, but you get one Friday pick any race?
Oh, that's cool. I like
right?
that. Or
Is
what
that
I was going to
okay?
say, what about this? What about if we had, what if we did the draft before the show, and that way we just made it quick and you didn't have so it's just like this came up and we do it kind of race by race. Oh, here's who I chose here, who's I chose there. That might work. That might be better.
Yeah,
too.
we could do that.
Well, let's think about it. We'll think about
Okay.
that. Is there anybody that you've seen or heard that you've watched lately that's been very impressive? I've done some video work already.
I haven't done any. I have been so swamped with
What?
children's sports and stuff. I haven't done it.
How are my bracelets coming?
I just ordered everything last night.
Okay.
I needed to get the actual navy, and I didn't have enough of the polymers because you like
Yeah.
the polymer and not the big round ones.
Yeah.
So I had to get all of that. But
These are the polymer. That's the polymer.
yes,
Yeah.
yep,
Like the polymer.
yes,
All right.
the polymer one. So
All
I had
right.
to I had to
What's
order
coming up?
everything. It should be here tomorrow.
What's coming up at the Great Race Place mañana?
Oh, coming up at the Great Race Place is the Fall Fest, so that'll be nice. It is a Pick 6 carryover, beginning with race 3 on Friday. The pool is estimated to approach $500,000. So I know that anybody that is a player,
Nice.
it's going to be exciting. This weekend, it's going to be Birria Rama.
Birria Rama?
Birria Mania. Sorry,
Birria
Birria Mania.
Like
So we've got the
Beatlemania?
pumpkin patch and the Fall Fest, and then it's going to be like birria tacos,
What's
and we're
birria?
also going to have lucha libre
Okay.
and a
What is
michelada
birria?
competition. Birria?
Yeah.
It's a taco,
Oh, it's a taco.
a hard shell taco, and then you dip
Yeah.
it in a consomme.
Ooh, sounds lovely.
It is really good.
I'm
So we are going to be having the Birria Fest this weekend at the Great Race Place. So that's what you have to look forward to. And then next week, it's going to be the Smorgasbord Pizza Party. But remember, if you come normally and you don't like tacos, we do have our like little pizza guy there. That's awesome right outside the paddock.
Pizza guy is really good, that guy.
It's super good.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Special thanks once again to Joel Funk for coming on the show today. Go to check out Morning Line Club, and hopefully we'll do something fun next week. Thanks, Michelle.
Bye.